So listen here. So this question is based on the morning discussion. Okay, what we have discussed there, 4 different sentences we have discussed. Okay, the formation of the present form of verb when it comes what we should do, and then do form of verbs, and then third model. Okay, we have discussed with past form of model, past form of verbs, and then the past participle form of verbs. Okay, that we have discussed there, right? Okay, and the next to that, the proverbs, universal truth, scientific facts, when the sentence consists with the past form of reporting verb. So 4 models we have discussed there. So out of the 4 we have here we have a question only with the very first model. The sentence starts or consists with the what it is, my dear? Do form of verbs. Okay, particularly in the present form to the past form. So morning clearly we have discussed that when it consists like do form means you should remember that it is belongs to a what, my dear? It is belongs to a present. So we should change it into a past. Past means what sort of auxiliary we should use there? Did. And then most importantly you should remember, right? Okay, it should be connected with the like a sentence like did plus verb. Okay, for example, here we have the verb. Okay, what it is? These are the do forms. Okay, listen here. So here we have a verb in the question. What it is? Want. So do plus want. But when we are going to change it into verb, okay, particularly in past form, there we have to add did plus verb. So did plus want means what should be your answer, my dear, in indirect form? Yes, what it is? Yes, come again. Wanted, that's it. Okay, and then most importantly, next to that, the have form verbs even. Okay, so we have a word like, okay, have means the hidden auxiliary is do. You should remember. And then has means the hidden auxiliary is does. Okay, and then had means you should remember it did. Do you understand? Okay, so very simple that you should change the present form into past form means instead of had, what we have to use it, my dear? Had. Okay, and the next most important thing, what kind of computer do you use? Again the same format, do plus verb. Okay, so definitely did plus use, what we have to write it? Use. That's it. Okay, so these are the, when I go through your answers, okay, these are the quite common mistakes many of us we have committed. Like instead of did, you have some people you have used does even. Already it's there in present form do. Okay, so we are not supposed to do the same mistake like, okay, it doesn't mean that in direct speech present means in indirect also it is not present. We have to change present to past. Okay, and the next most important thing, okay, that do form verbs comes means again and again I repeat it, you should remember the same. We should add with the main verb. Some people you have changed it excellently, have changed that why he wanted to be a computer programmer, that you have changed it to indirect form, but here you failed on it. What kind of computer did he use, that you have written? Okay, again it remains the same, that what kind of computer he used. That's it. Do you understand? Okay, let me get into the answer. So what is the very first one, my dear? Why do you want to be a computer programmer? What should be your indirect form? Why he wanted, yes, to be a computer programmer. Okay, so this should be your answer. And the next, okay, so he replied that he wanted to change his job because the statement, for the reason for that. What is the question? Yes, please, my dear. I have always been interested in computer because the next you should change it. What is the answer? He, yes, have always been, which means have been. What tense it is? Present perfect. We should change it into a past perfect. So what should be your answer? He had always, yes, always been interested in computer. That's it. Okay, and the next to that, when the interviewer asked him What he asked there? Yes, what is the answer? Wait a minute, wait a minute. So what is the question? Do you have any experience? So what we have to ask here, if or whether, yes, if or whether he had any experience, okay. So hereby you have to remember one thing there. The next sentence, okay, there they have given no. Most probably we have a word that negatively that we will write, right, says or no, but here they have added another sentence even, right, but I am a fast learner. So definitely you should write the answer like, okay, not like negatively. Yes, of course that is also will be right, but next affirmation is there, statement is there. So do you have any experience? The answer is no, means you have to make the reply that he replied that he, yes, what it is, do you have any experience? That he had no experience, okay, but what's the next answer? He was a fast learner. That you have to write it, okay. So this you have to remember there, okay. And the next, what kind of computer do you use? Okay, so here we want to ask the question. Finally, interviewer want to know what should be your answer, my dear. Listen, first row. What kind of computer? Yes, that's it. He used. So most of the people, okay, you made a mistake there in that, okay, particularly here, instead of that you have written something very different, like a does or did you have written. That is wrong, okay. So that you have to remember there, okay. So this should be your answer, right, exactly, okay. How many of you written exactly like that? The whole sentence. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good. 50. And then how many of you made a mistake? Sir, I have changed, which means the very first question, I have very first option, I have changed perfectly, sir. Apart from that 14, those who not raise a hand, just that people alone you raise that. First statement I made a right. Then what happened for the last one? That is also same formula, right? What kind of computer do you see from this candidate? Okay, how many people that you have done? The last question also I done perfectly, sir. Both the question. Why do you want to be a computer program? What kind of computer do you use? Both I have changed. Okay, see here, nearly half of them low their hands, okay, which means both are same format. Okay, so that you have to think twice, okay, and then make your answer. And the next to that, how many of you written like that? The negative form, instead of not writing negative, some people have written right, had no experience. How many of you written like that? So remaining everyone we have written negatively, okay. So that you have to remember. If there is a no alone is there in a sentence, means you can go ahead. Next to that there is a sentence, means yes, of course you can make a reply that he don't have the experience, means do you have any experience? No, I don't have, or I had not any experience, okay. And the next most important thing, interviewer, that's good, this is a learning for you, okay, that's good how they have framed there. See the sentence. Okay, see here. So when the dialogue format, when they said that's good, there we have to write it. Interviewer seemed to be pleased with the answer. So for example, if the dialogue format started with a wishing statement like good morning, means how we have to change the sentence into interrogative format, my dear. Sorry, how do we have to change into indirect form? For example, the character name is there, good morning. Ram, good morning. Prem, good morning. What are you doing? That's it. So what should be your change in indirect form? Yes, that's it. We have to change that wishing into reporting verb. That's it. Ram wished Prem. Do you understand? Okay. So that same example, like in all the dialogue format, we have a word. Sometimes we will have a word like end of the dialogue. There may be a sentence like, okay, what it is? Thank you. So we should change this even into reporting form. Okay. For example, any character name is there. Okay, Ram. Thank you means there in indirect format you should write it Ram. Yes, that's it. Ram not told. Okay, Ram thanked him. That's it. Okay, do you understand? Okay, so that you have to remember there. Okay, so the wishing statement and the last word. Okay, that's good. That you have to remember there. That's it. And the next to that, this question. Yes, I hope so. Many of them you have written right answer for this question. So, okay, what is the very first one, my dear? Johnny said, I'm playing. Okay. So, whether it is a present form or past form of reporting verb? Past form. So, what should be our answer? Johnny said that he was playing. Instead of said, if they have given the present form of reporting verb. Yes, come again with the answer. Johnny says that he is playing. Okay, that's it. And the next question, Johnny said, I have played. What tense it is? Present perfect. So we should change it into past perfect. So what should be our answer? Johnny said that, yes, he had played. So hereby you should remember that present form, yes, present form, play is a present form. Past form, played. Past participle, played only, okay. So here we have written a past form or past participle. Okay, that you have to remember, okay. And then this game should be changed into that game. How many of you not change this reporting verb, not reporting verb, the distance word exactly? No one is here. Everyone has changed. That sounds good. Okay, and the next one. Johnny said, I have been playing this game. Again, same format. Johnny said that he had been playing that game. That's it. Okay. And the next, Johnny said, I played this game last week. Played. Okay, simple past. Again, we have to change into the same format what you have written there. What is the answer, my dear? Johnny said that he had played that game and the last week should be changed into the previous week. Okay, the previous week. That's it. Okay. I hope so. Many of them you have written right answer for this. Anybody made a mistake? No one is here. Don't feel hesitate like anymore to convey your mistakes. Okay. Good. And the next. And then the question answers now. Okay. See the very first question. Yes, what is the first question, my dear? Who is the real culprit in the story? So, which lesson is discussed about? Discuss the question of trust. So, who is the real culprit, my dear? The young lady who pretended as the owner of the house. Okay. So, that's what your answer should be there. Okay. And the next, where did he go wrong? He means here the character represent Horace Danby. Okay. So, where did he go wrong, my dear? Particularly, yes. Okay. Particularly when she made a word that, and immediately he ready to accept that. Why? Because in order to escape from that right situation, right from the incident, like, okay, lighting the cigars and then obeying the words and then every incident. Okay. And the next, who is this? Who is speaking to Horace Danby? The lady who pretended as the owner of the house. Okay. That is going to be the very answer. And then how did the invisible man first become visible? When he wears the hat, overcoat, shoes and shoes they have mentioned. Okay, then dark glasses, even particularly like, okay, first appearance when he was visible means, okay, when he was there in a store, partially he was visible. That time there is no, what it is, the face at all was not there, the glasses and even the nose at all was not there when he was there in a big London store. He just wear the dresses and then he wear the coat, sorry, the hat, okay. And then when the two men, okay, when the shop was opened on the next morning, when the two men were approaching him, that only he was running like anything by wearing that. Then he later he take off all his and then he become invisible, okay. But the fully visible means only in that theatrical company. So two different answer is there. So same you have to do it, okay. So theatrical company, there alone he got his full picture visible to everyone, okay, by wearing the hat and then the bandages. Next to that the false noses, glasses and everything, okay. And the next, why does Mrs. Hall find the scientist eccentric? Eccentric means what? Strange. Why did she feels that he is like a eccentric scientist? Because very beginning itself we came to know about it. In winter season no one will reside any other inn, okay, no stranger will not come, but he came there and then he, even though he paid a rent in a advance, okay. And the next most important thing, voluntarily he gave an answer for all the question which he has doubted in his mind, okay, why he was wearing the bandage, that he has given answer, okay. Next to that, okay, he want to be alone, not even to disturb her, okay. So everything, every answer he has given there. Mentally she was raised a question in his mind, but he has given the answer in through his dialogue, okay. And even when she get that which means the rent in advance, that time she was satisfied that. After that only she made a word that, okay, he was like a what scientist? Eccentric scientist. This is okay. So I hope so. The grammar part I needed, okay. How many of you made an exact answer for all 4 plus dialogue sentences? Good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Both, okay. Not to raise a hand for a name sheet, okay. Dialogue format and even the Phillips, okay. You have written right. That sounds good, okay.